Brandon Overton fourth in the Lucas Oil Championship points. Nick Hoffman looking for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win. 40 laps. The second annual C.J. Rayburn Memorial, the first time here at Brownstown Speedway off of turn 4, the Racing Free Roll start zone. We are underway at B-Town. Nick Hoffman showing the way in car number 9, your leader. It'll be Delaware double file restart still. Lap, or 10 or less laps to go into turn number 1. The hot pit in the infield. The Heartbeat Hot Sauce hot pit in the infield here tonight as they roll into turn number 3. As they work lap 3, out in front continues to be Nick Hoffman, the native of Belleville, Illinois. Now living in Mooresville, North Carolina, side by side battle for second. Overton and Marlar down the back straightaway. Mike Marlar would love nothing more to win this race. Drove for many years for C.J. Rayburn. He'll battle on the inside, side by side with Brandon Overton down the main straightaway here at Brownstown. 4 laps in the books. Third right now remains, there you have Overton. Then it's Devin Moran in the 99. And behind him, it's Ricky Thornton Jr. in car 20 RT. Battle continues out at turn number 2. Marlar and Overton battle into turn 3. They are still at it side by side. 3 distinct grooves here tonight at Brownstown. Nick Hoffman still showing the way in that tie touring, number 9. Off at turn number 2, Moran is still 4th. 5th is Thornton. 6th is Davenport. 7th is Josh Rice. 8th is McCready. 9th is Pearson. 10th runs Dalton Wilson. Start to pick up the tail end of the field here. 26 starters here tonight. There's the battle for second. We'll go to the double box here on MAV TV on Flow Racing. And Nick Hoffman runs off the racetrack. And we got a new leader. It's Mike Marlar. Nick Hoffman ran off the racetrack here at turn number 1. We're coming down the main straightaway, and Mike Marlar's taking the lead. In the 157, new race leader is Mike Marlar. 9 laps in the books. So 1 mistake there. Hoffman back to second. Overton is third. Then it's Moran and Thornton. Off at turn number 4. Still the tail end of the field. All 26 cars left on the racetrack. Mikey second last week in Knoxville to Ricky Thornton Jr. battles down the back straightaway as he's got 3 cars in front of him as they enter turn 3. Now here comes Brandon Overton on the bottom. Brandon Overton has a bead on the bottom on Hoffman. Nick still has the spot. Right now, 11 laps in the books here tonight. 2 different leaders as Marlar gets around Devin Gilpin. Off at turn 4. Jerry Sprouse, Josh Davis turning the wrenches on that 157 for Ronnie Delk, the car owner living in Crossville, Tennessee, as they battle down the back straightaway for the lead here at Brownstown. Meanwhile, Moran and Thornton are catching the leaders as we work off at turn number 4 as we complete lap number 13. Around Gilpin, Lewis, and Bailey, 3 Brownstown regulars. They work down the back straightaway. Chad Staple to the final car on the lead lap into turn 3. Mikey Marlar out in front. Now Hoffman has to go to the bottom. So when we got out of the races, Jared Bailey in 24. 99 Boom Briggs, I'm sorry. As the battle continues here, off at turn number 4. Marlar, and now they have to work the 22 of Skylar Lewis. Hoffman makes quick work of him, and then it's Overton. And here comes Devin Moran. Devin Moran has a run down the back straightaway for third on the outside. Remember, those 2 drivers in a heated contest for that 4th and final transfer spot, heading to Eldora coming up in October. 16 laps in the books. It's Mike Marlar continues to lead. Hoffman, no lap cars between first and second into turn 3. As they work lap 17 off at turn 4 around this quarter-mile oval. Devin Moran on the outside. They're diving, looking for the move on Overton. Behind him is Ricky Thornton Jr. Davenport is still 6th. Josh Rice, McCready, Dalton Wilson. Jason Jamison runs 10th in the C.J. Rayburn Memorial. 2 more laps around. It'll be the halfway mark of this 40 lapper. You see Nick Hoffman on the outside, and defending truck champion Chad Stapleton into turn number 3. Now Hoffman to the outside. Nick Hoffman led the first 8 laps of this race as they head down the straightaway into turn number 1. Halfway next time around. And we've got a battle for the lead right now between Nick Hoffman in 9, and here comes Mike Marlin to 157. Into turn 3, Hoffman works the outside. Brandon Overton still in 3rd, Moran 4th, Thornton is 5th off of turn 4. Halfway in the C.J. Rayburn Memorial, 20 down and 20 to go. We got a battle for lead. They're side by side at turn number 2. Here comes Nick Hoffman and Mike Marler down the back straightaway. Behind the 11 of Spencer Hughes. The final car on the lead lap off at turn number 4. And Marler still leads. Good race at Brownstown at a 1. They're side by side. Brandon Overton is still 3rd. Overton works on the outside of Stapleton. Meanwhile, Ricky Thornton Jr. has gotten around Devin Moran for 4th. Mike Marler clears the 11 of Spencer Hughes. Now Nick Hoffman will work the outside. He'll clear the PCC Sports entry into turn number 3. Off at turn 4. The Blue Horn looking good tonight down the straightaway. Meanwhile, Nick Hoffman still searching for that first career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Has a beat on the outside. It's been a racy track in this race so far as we have 16 laps to go and a battle for the lead continues off at turn 4. Mike Marler, Brandon Overton trying to join, and we got the top 3 all together, and Nick Hoffman goes for the lead down the back straightaway. Side by side with Marler on the bottom. Here comes Overton. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. Off at turn 4. Marler still leads at Brownstown. 15 to go. Now Marler goes to the outside. He'll have to work around the 1 of Tyler Urban to 3. Marler back to the bottom. Overton trying to stay close. Moran still using the high side at 99. There's Mike Marler into 1. 14 to go. He'll battle to get around Tyler Erb, and here comes Nick Hoffman. Now on the outside, we got a battle for 3rd. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. doing Ricky Thornton Jr. thinks he might have just moved to 3rd. Down the straightaway, he does. Ricky Thornton Jr. to 3rd of the 20 RT. 13 to go down the back straightaway. Caution free so far into 3. Marler, Hoffman, and RTJ. A dandy at Brownstown. Off at turn 4. Brownstown at its best, 12 laps to go. They've got cars in front of them down the back straightaway. Marler, Hoffman, and Thornton. Right now in 4th, it's Overton. 5th is Moran, still Davenport, McCready, Rice, Jameson, and Dalton Wilson. Off at turn 4. Into 1. He'll try to clear the 28 and Dennis Serve Jr. They'll have 10 to go next time around. With a 1-5-7 here in the 8-1-2 area code as they go into turn 3. Marler trying to keep it glued down low. He does. Down the straightaway here. 10 laps to go for the C.J. Rayburn Memorial around the 20 TC of Tristan Chamberlain into turn 3. Here comes Hoffman and here comes Thornton. They'll have 9 laps to go as they work lap 31 off of turn 4. Mike Marler continues to show the way, but Hoffman and Thornton are closing into turn number 1. 9 laps to go out of 2. Here comes Thornton on the bottom, down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr., the current Lucas Oil Late 100 Series points leader, in a battle side by side with Nick Hoffman. Off at turn 4, and RTJ will stay in 3rd. Hoffman still 2nd. Now Thornton on the bottom. He'll slide up in front of Hoffman. Look out. He leaves him room. They go side by side at turn 3 for 2nd. Moran is closing at 99. Overton at 76 off at turn 4. 7 to go. 7 to go. A dandy here, right here at Brownstown. Going forward. Here comes Thornton through the middle. Here comes Moran at 99. Down the back straightaway. Are you serious? How many times have we said it at Brownstown? A dandy going on a beautiful race. Man in a 1. It is Marler, Thornton. Here comes Moran on the bottom in 99. They'll have 5 to go next time around. Thornton on the outside. 5 laps to go. Off at turn 4, it's still Marler, Thornton, 5 to go into 1. Now Marler's going to have to go negotiate Dennis Erb Jr. and James Rice. Moran slides in there. Moran slides in front of Hoffman and takes 3rd. Oh, baby. Here they come for the lead off at turn 4. It is still Marler and Thornton. Marler by a car length. Now RTJ goes to the bottom. Here comes Devin Moran. Here comes Hoffman. This could be an ROY. Race of the Year candidate down the back straightaway. The left 3 to go coming up. Marler's got to protect the low groove. He does. Now Ricky Thornton Jr. will slide to the outside of a turn 4. Down the straightaway. 3 to go in the C.J. Rayburn Memorial. Here comes Moran. Devin Moran on the bottom in 99. You know he's looking down on us. He is smiling. Ear to ear. Loving this. The C.J. Rayburn Memorial. They are putting on a show at Brownstown. In the 1, Marler, Thornton, and Moran. 2 to go. White flag next time around. Down the back straightaway, he stretches it out. Mike Marler, 1 lap to go into turn number 1. Ricky Thornton Jr. second, Devin Moran third. This is it. Last chance for Thornton. They were first and second last week in Knoxville. The roles are reversed tonight, and Mike Marler wins the C.J. Rayburn Memorial in a dandy. 20 RT, Thornton is second. Moran third, Davenport fourth, Hoffman fifth. Dustin and Jamie, if you don't like that, you don't have a pulse. How about it, Brownstown? What a race! What a race that was. Caution-free, 40 laps. Mike Marler did it. He did it. He's got to go to the scales and check droop. And Mike Marler, longtime driver for C.J. Rayburn Race Cars in that stable down there in Winfield, Tennessee. He won the Battle of the Bluegrass Series in a Rayburn car. He's going to go to the scales. A dandy at Brownstown. We got the Indiana Pro, the Bowman 50. Hang in there. What a race. What a race. Unofficially, it is the hard charger, the Todd Steel Buildings, Dion and Suzanne Deason hard charger at Centennial, up 7 spots in a caution-free main event. Unofficially, it's Marler, Thornton, Moran, Davenport, Hoffman, Overton, McCready, Jamison, Rice, Dalton Wilson, Hudson O'Neill, Earl Pearson Jr., Garrett Alberson, Michael Chilton, Max Blair, Ross Robinson, Tanner English, all 40 laps scored. The top 17, then James Rice, Dennis Erb Jr., Spencer Hughes, Tristan Chamberlain, Tyler Erb, and Skylar Lewis, and then Chad Stapleton, Devin Gilpin, and Boom Briggs. Man, I don't want to hear any complaints tonight on social media, do you? They come out and they work the track, and that was a dandy. That was a dandy. You will not find a better race anywhere, and we got to go 100 laps for $30K tomorrow night. Wow. So, your 7th place finish, you'll get $400 from Jim Curry Racing. That'll go to Tim McCready. 13th place will get $250, courtesy of the 13 wins on the World 100 for C.J. Rayburn Race Cars. That'll go to Garrett Alberson. It is official. Mike Marler has won the C.J. Rayburn Memorial. Love it. Michael Despain, if you don't like that, I don't even know what to tell you. You need to get a pulse and come out here tomorrow night, my friend. That was a beautiful, dandy race.
Absolutely, James. No doubt about it. And, I was listening to your call of the race, and with about 2 or 3 to go right there, you said that Bud was looking down, smiling. And no doubt about and he's got to be tickled with the result because one of his favorites has picked up the win here in the C.J. Rayburn Memorial this evening. As he makes his way over to the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series victory lane. And we'll get a few words with him here in just a minute. I know definitely going to be a very happy victory lane here. And they're going to catch him coming out of the car here in just a moment. And he's out of the car, race fans. Let him hear you. The Winfield Warrior out of Winfield, Tennessee, Mike Marler, picks up the victory here in the 2nd annual C.J. Rayburn Memorial, presented by Dixie Chopper and General Tire. And Mike Marlar, I picked you before the race, and I done it just out of sentimental favor because I know how much CJ meant to you. And as we talked earlier there after your heat race win, how influential he has been in your racing career. And I know you've won some big races, but, man, I think this one right here has got to rank up toward the top.
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep it together here. CJ he's special to us, and when he passed away, I took it as hard as my granddad or anybody did. But man, I fought hard there. I didn't have the best car, but I don't know if something was out there helping me. I was making it happen, and just glad that CJ's family and all these supporters of Brownstown that he's means so much to all of us, and we hated to lose him, but nobody ever lived as good as he did either, probably. So I just really miss him and miss him every day, honestly. And I was happy to get this race won in his name. And it's the inaugural, I think, and it means a lot. It's definitely one of the biggest ones for me.
And you said you didn't think maybe you had the best race car, but it looked like your race car was pretty maneuverable. You could move around and go where you needed to go, especially when you got to working lap traffic there.
Yeah, I think I bent my bumper a little bit on a U-tire there early, and it was kind of giving me some fits. But yeah, I was just, the racetrack was really racy, and I had my neck on a swivel there that whole race. So I was moving around and, but putting the blocks on them. And, I'm ashamed to say that, but I really wanted to win this race for CJ Rayburn so bad, and my team, and my car owner, Ronnie Delk. It's been an emotional week all the way around, and glad to win it.
And we're going to let you get Josh and Donk and the rest of the crew up here to celebrate his wife, Stacy. Brownstown, let him hear you one more time. Mike Marlar, winner of the C.J. Rayburn Memorial here at Brownstown Speedway. And we'll slip back here and get a few words with our second place finisher. Current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader, Ricky Thornton and RTJ. Good run. You were just all of a sudden, you jumped up there to third with about 12 to go. Got to second, but just didn't quite have enough to get around the 157 there this evening.
Yeah, no, he was good. We felt like I had a couple of shots there and just got ran off the racetrack. But we'll try again tomorrow. Congrats to him. He had a really good car. I got to watch him there at the beginning. He can just fire off way better than all of us. But I don't know. I feel like in the long race, our stuff's going to be pretty good. Overall, the track was pretty good. I'm glad they did something that way, just didn't rubber. So I got to give a big shout out Coleman Farms, Big River Steel, Hooker Trucking. All the fans for coming out. My brother AMD Wraps, Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis is my crew for busting their butt. It's very nice to have Todd and Vicky here and everyone else that came out.
Big round of applause for our second place finisher, Ricky Thornton Jr. And we'll slide on back through here. And a young man that just got shot out of a cannon, so to speak, right there. The last few laps of that race, Dresden, Ohio's Devin Moran. And young man, you found I believe, even a little lower groove on the bottom, especially in 1 and 2 right there, it looked like. But brought the Roger Sellers number 99 home with the final podium spot tonight with a third place effort. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, they finally widened the track out enough, and you could get down into that bottom. And the track was really good. I know it might have been a little dusty, but we could race all over it. Congrats to Mikey. I know him and CJ were pretty tight, so cool to see him win, but wish we were there. Like you said, we had a really good Roger Sellers Double Down Motorsports Longhorn car. Just got to keep getting better and better every week. I feel like we've been top fives or so, and we want to get up there on that stage before the end of the year.
Absolutely, and you'll get there, no doubt about it. Third place finisher tonight out of Dresden, Ohio, Devin Moran. And slip back here and see if we can get a word with fourth place finisher Jonathan Davenport. Gets those Deathridge glasses adjusted right there before he comes up here. Jonathan just real quietly rolled up through there and come to fourth tonight. And I got to watching you there, and it looked like around the halfway point, your race car started getting a little bit better and a little bit better for you.
Yeah, the slicker it got, the cleaner the racetrack got, the better we got. But we just over-adjusted after they come back out and worked it a little bit. It's just a little bit different Brownstown. It's normally not rough like that. down in the middle of the racetrack, but we was bottoming out pretty bad. But that's just the way it goes. You know, they kind of threw us a curveball, but it was a good race there. You know, lap traffic made it really interesting. All 4 or 5 of us, you know, was all right there together at the end. So just glad we could put a good show on for the fans. And you know, I know this means a lot to Mikey. CJ done a lot for my career too. So you know, obviously I wish I could have won it, but there's always next year. So maybe we'll all think of CJ when we go back to the truck and take us a big gulp of moonshine tonight.
And congratulations on a 4th place run. Jonathan Davenport, Rays fans, coming home 4th here in the C.J. Rayburn Memorial tonight. And jump up here and talk to the young man that sat on the point of this thing for the first 8 laps of it and just maybe misjudged a little bit coming off turn number 4 right there. Let the car drop over the front straightaway. Nick Hoffman, you slid back to 5th there to finish. But overall, not a bad effort for yourself in the Ty Torg Racing number 9 this evening.
Yeah, we weren't bad there. Just feel like we chose the wrong tire there. It was more like by accident than on purpose there, so kind of screwed the pooch there. And then, yeah, just made a pretty big mistake myself. You know, I was really kicking myself, and I had a decent lead, I felt like, because it took a little bit for Marlar to get back to me down the front straightaway. I was going to try and block him, and I wanted because I knew somebody was going to be coming, but he was able to slide me, and then was able to race pretty hard there all the way through the middle part of the race, and then towards the end, obviously, right rear started to give up a little bit, and I was kind of searching around, and I got slid once or twice, and ended up just losing nose and fall back. So ended up blowing the right rear, coming across the line there, and just part of it. So we know where we need to get better for tomorrow. I feel like we got a really good race car that can run all 100 laps here. So I really love coming to this place. We've run really well in this race before, and I just really wanted that trophy tonight, and just wasn't able to get it.
Well, congratulations on a 5th place run. Best of luck tomorrow night. Race fans, Nick Hoffman out of Mooresville, North Carolina, tonight's 5th place finisher here in the 2nd annual C.J. Rayburn Memorial presented by Dixie Chopper and General Tire. And James, I'm going to throw it back up to you for just a moment, and we'll see if we got anybody else down here we need to get with.
Is Hudson